Yo, I don't know how long it's been since we actually done a podcast, but
it's been a hot minute.
It's been a hot minute. But we already got people in the chat. Sushi, Walk. What's up, guys?
Pun? Was that a pun? Homies?
What up, homies? Was that a pun? A hot minute? I get it.
I just want to see something for you guys. So there's this character in Marvel Rivals, Squirrel Girl. And it's really hard for me to say fast. And I noticed Ninja, who's been playing it, couldn't say it either.
So what do you say?
Can you say Squirrel Girl 5
Squirrel
times
girl,
fast?
Squirrel Girl, Squirrel Girl, Squirrel Girl, Squirrel Girl.
Squirrel Girl, Squirrel. That wasn't fast, Prime.
You can't do it.
But that was clear. No, I can't do it. I've had a lifelong speech impediment. There's no way.
Yeah, I can't do it.
It's the best I can do.
I can't do it.
I pushed my limit.
I pushed my limit. Yeah. Hey, so tonight it's just the three amigos. We got Nate, we got Prime, and myself. And so we're just going to talk some Marvel Rivals and chill with you guys, talk with you guys in chat about anything you want to talk about when it comes to gaming, because that's what we do. We just kind of chat with each other about stuff and things.
Yeah.
I was going to say, Nate, you guys watch out for him because, you know, he's in Mordor. Like he's
AKA like, Southern California.
Yeah, dude.
Yes.
Like
podcasting
seriously.
Outside.
Yeah.
So if he looks like Ninja Gaiden, that there's a reason for that, you know. So he's trying not to be at secondhand smoke from all that stuff, man.
Plus, I could just say whatever I want and nobody knows who I am.
That's very true. You could totally just send us off the rails. I wanted to show this because like this was literally something that I saw. Because you know, Nate, I was thinking about you because your background picture like Mordor, right?
Yeah.
Let me pull this up and I'll show it to you guys. It's kind of nuts. It's like
we're nuts.
I'm gonna mute the music because I don't want to get a DMCA, but check this out. Hold up. I'm gonna throw it up here. Look at this. This is LA.
You hate to see it.
Still is.
That's kind of crazy, right?
I'm glad to see that they're finally controlling it a little bit, even though it's not completely out.
Yeah. Like, dude, what the heck, man?
No, they just caught somebody like with the
I saw that too.
Not a
oh, really?
Yeah, they caught
one of the arsonists.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean,
so it was
maybe climate made that guy do it for climate change, but yeah,
climate change.
They're putting painting all over anything that's. I don't know if you've ever seen that. Hey, Becca's here.
Yes. Good to see y'all, you guys. So the Russo brothers should direct a Star Wars movie. Okay, this is a good question right here. Do you think they should, the Russo brothers? Do you think they should direct a Star Wars movie?
I could see it happening.
Yeah.
I mean, they've done a pretty good job in general with the Marvel movies.
As long as they cast the right person for Captain Kirk, we should be all right.
All that smoke's getting to you, bro.
You know, I think honestly, I think that what they need to focus on Star Wars is probably not anything that's more new. They need to focus on the Mandalorians and focus on like maybe something like Young Skywalker or something like that, or a Skywalker after like where Mando was at, right? Because like no one really cares. Like I talked about this on one YouTube video about like I like Skeleton Crew has been great. Like I've really enjoyed it. But I think its ratings are lower than the Acolyte. And at this point, I think everyone's just kind of like, whatever. They're just like, whatever, you know, because
I think a good chunk of them have kind of written off Disney Star Wars a while back, canceled their subservice. And so they're not even catching the new stuff because like, it's going to suck.
Well, and it's hard too, because like you already have the whole idea of people thinking like, oh, well, you know, Star Wars is terrible now. Why would I even want to spend my time to watch it? And so they'll write off the Skeleton Crew without actually watching it first. And I think it was I mean, in my opinion, it was really, really good.
Yeah,
Like, I
it's been great
really,
so far.
yeah. And
It's the
so,
Goonies in space, and I can enjoy that.
yeah. And I mean, Walked is right. It's the Acolyte was kind of the final nail in the coffin for a lot of people. I mean, even Nate, he never watched Star Wars.
The original trilogy. Let's clear that up.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but I don't know, man. I don't know if I mean, honestly, I mean, Dave Filoni's working on the Mandalorian movie and they're working on a Rey movie. And that's, in my opinion, not going to be great. So I don't know how that's going to go. But yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that, honestly.
Well, I mean, it's reportedly news, so I really can't take reportedly news seriously. However, Lucasfilms is supposedly talking to Bo Willman, the guy who did one of the episodes of Andor. So it's the prison arc, and the prison arc in Andor was actually
It was really
intense.
good. Yeah.
So if that's legit, that would be pretty cool to see a movie that's on that quality of writing.
Yeah.
Whoever they
Yeah.
cast, whatever story they tell, I don't know. But
A lot of things got to hit.
yeah. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
reportedly, so who knows?
What was their latest film that they've done together? I'm trying to look what was their last film they did together.
Who?
The Russo brothers. Let's see. I'm trying to pull it up on IMDb. Oh man, so they did Captain America. Like, dude, hold up a second. Let me just share this so you guys can see it. Looking through here.
They're doing Electric State that's coming out on Netflix soon.
Really?
One with the Star Wars guy. What is his name?
Yeah.
Jurassic Park guy.
Yeah.
What is his name?
But I don't know. They got Captain America: The Winter Soldier, Captain America: Civil War, which are two of my favorite Marvel films.
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt. There you go.
Are those acting credits or is those?
These are the things that they've directed. So, like the Russo brothers, these are the things they've directed.
Because I'm looking at the filmography.
They're going to do Avengers: Doomsday and Secret Wars. So they have a pretty good track record so far. Like, I never watched this one, You, Me, and Dupree. I never watched that one, but like, yeah, man, it looks like, I mean, for that original question, I think like it would be interesting, I think, to have like a Star Wars movie by them, but right now I don't know if it would actually be any good. Like, I think that there's just so much animosity right now with like Star Wars and things like that I don't even know if anybody even cares anymore. Like, I don't think anybody cares anymore about Star Wars, which is kind of a sad state, you know.
You kind of made a content about that before, right? I don't think people care about Star Wars anymore.
No, you know, it's kind of sad, honestly. It's just
it takes a lot to kill a franchise that size, and they're doing it successfully. So
yeah, man. So
I mean, if any known name out there that I can think of that could pull it off, it would at this point be those two.
Yeah, I mean, they have a really good track record. We just saw it. There's a lot of really good stuff that they've done. I mean, like I said, two of my favorite Marvel films was, you know, Civil War and Winter Soldier. Both of those were great, like really good. Speaking of, are y'all excited about that new Marvel film that's coming out? With like, you're gonna have like kind of like the whole gang of mismatches coming together. What's it freaking called? I don't even care anymore. So
didn't we talk about that? A couple. There was like an AI poster.
So long, man. Oh yeah, we talked about the AI poster, but yeah.
What film is this?
It's the one where it has like all the band back together. It has the girl from Ant-Man and Wasp, or whatever you call it. It has what's his name from Black Widow. It has them both in there. It has the new Captain America guy that got disgraced. I'm going blank on the name.
Thunderbolts, man.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
that's how much I care.
Probably the most exciting thing I'm looking forward to that is introducing the new character that's supposed to be super powerful. What is his name?
Oh, the Century.
Century.
Yep.
He's like the equivalent to Superman if Superman had an alternate dark side and was also mentally
Yeah.
unstable. He's
Yeah.
insanely powerful,
Yep.
but like weak-minded and has a
Yep.
evil dark side.
Kind of like how they portrayed Adam Warlock.
Yeah. But he's like he can rip people apart with ease, but he's generally a good guy.
Yeah.
But he has an alternate dark side that's like bad. But I'm curious to see how they do that. All the rest of the characters, I mean, they're kind of meh.
Yeah. I don't really care about any of them other than Bucky.
I do like the was it the Russian Captain America guy? He is kind of funny.
Yeah. And I hope they do Bucky justice, man. I hope they actually make him kind of like a BA like he is.
Yeah.
Like
Armed and dangerous.
Yeah, dude. We're gonna talk about
Again.
Marvel Rivals in a minute, man, because
Is it hard to get anything like Marvel, Star Wars, anything in that? Because it's just, I feel like the shows of Marvel, maybe it's just me, but at least I know Star Wars have kind of been letdowns for you guys as fans.
yeah.
Is it hard to like get hyped and constantly be disappointed?
Yeah.
I just don't get hyped anymore. I'm just kind of like Skeleton Crew. I was like, I'm gonna watch it just because it's like Star Wars Goonies, and it's been a fun ride so far. Like Walk, I would really encourage you to watch it, man. It's actually a pretty good show. I mean, it's not like on the level of Andor or Mandalorian, but it's a fun little ride, But yeah, Nate, I think it is kind of hard to get into this because people have been inundated with it so much, and there's been such crappy stories that people are just kind of like tired of all the nonsense. And then, like Walk says in this comment here, it's getting very expensive. Like
Yeah.
it's so expensive now to have Disney Plus. And honestly, I wouldn't have it right now if it didn't automatically renew for a year. So I'm like, oh, I got it for a year anyways. So I
I
might
got
as well.
it free through Verizon. Otherwise, I probably would not have it.
Yeah.
My kids use it to watch cartoons, so that's the only reason I have it.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
unless it's like the throwbacks and stuff like Home
Yep.
Alone, but Disney sells Home Alone to all these places around the holidays anyway. So
Yeah.
They do. They
Yep.
absolutely do.
But I don't know, man. That's a really good question. You guys in the chat, let us know what you think too, because like, are you finding it hard to get into like the kind of this legacy media stuff? And I think, in a way, people are kind of getting tired of it, because there's just fan films and AI films that are better than some of the stuff they're writing.
I mean, to me, the only thing good in Phase 5, which is 23 and 24, was Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and Deadpool and Wolverine.
Dude, that was a good one. Yeah.
is it also an overabundance?
Yeah. Too much, not the best quality, too fast.
Too much,
Yeah.
and it's all tying together too much, where it's like you have to watch this, and then if you feel like you don't want to watch a show, you're gonna miss something, Easter eggs or something in the movies, and it's like, oh, you gotta watch the show, you gotta watch a movie, then you gotta watch a show, and then it's like, oh, like that's why I just prefer movies because they're standalones, beginning, end, or
Yeah.
leave it to open for a sequel, beginning, end, boom.
I mean,
Just
it was
too
cool
much.
when they started to intertwine things, but after a while, it became overwhelming. And if you were behind, you're like, I have no idea what's going on. Well, we need to watch this. Like, you have to watch
Yeah.
all these just to catch up. I mean, or if you miss one of the meh movies, you don't fully understand what's going on in the good movie.
Yeah. And then like, all the broken up characters and stuff, like, well, now it's a little better since, Fox and Disney, but like Walk Up put Spider-Man. Like sometimes I'm watching a Spider-Man movie and it's like, is this the Sony one? Is this the Marvel one? Is this the Disney one? Like it's just too much for me.
Yeah.
I can't keep up. I don't have time. It's like they just want to shove stuff in your face for engagement so you don't unsubscribe. And you know what I mean? And it's like, engage with us. And it's like, yo, I can't just sit in front of my TV and just watch everything you guys put out that you're gonna and cancel a season in,
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And all of it just feels flat to me. Like it's almost, I have a theory. I think a lot of these shows are being helped or being written by AI.
Probably.
That's what I think. And so
And
that's why like there's just no good plot, and there's no good like, so typically, okay, to help you guys a little bit, things I've learned about videography and things like that, and in films, there's typically, when you come in, for good films at least, there's like a cold opening and like a problem, right?
conflict.
And then, all right, yeah, there's a conflict there, right? And so it's the heroes and the people that have to figure out how to resolve that conflict. And so they start to resolve the conflict, and as they start to come down, there's a secondary conflict. And then the rest of the movie, the second half of the movie, is how you fix that other conflict, right? Come to a resolution so that everything's good.
It's conflict
And
resolution, and then
yeah, and what it feels like for most TV shows and films now is it's just this, and then boom, here it is, and you're done.
Yeah.
And it's just like there's nothing to draw me in. I think that's another reason why, like, I love using New Hope as a great like illustration of how you do a cold opening in a movie or social media post or whatever, because it's something that just hooks you immediately. You're like, where am I at? I'm in space. There's this huge planet, and there's these two starships that are fighting, and I have no idea what's going on, but this looks interesting, you know?
Yeah.
And like when you think about that, most films that are like that, you kind of get pulled in like that. You're like, whoa, this is really interesting.
Well, it's like
what's going on?
The first Scream did that perfect.
Yeah. Yep.
The first Scream movie did that perfect. The way
That was a good one.
with Drew Barrymore. I mean, she was in the movie for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
A high actress. Boom. Sorry, spoiler warning for a 96 movie, but
come on,
96.
man.
Come on, man. That's like 20 years now. Jeez. It's kind of crazy to think about, but yeah. But yeah, man, it's just I don't know.
That reminds me of The Acolyte. Carrie Ann Moss killed in the first 10 minutes.
Like,
The rest
why
of
are
the
you bringing
series?
in?
wow.
Yes.
Well, I can't even watch it anyway, huh? So they already took it down.
Yeah, like, oh, we got Carrie Ann Moss in The Matrix. Oh, some cool choreography. She dies in a very
Immediately.
like, how did that happen way? And the rest of the series kind of sucked. I'm like,
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I think it's. I feel like the Skeleton Crew is having the same thing that happened to Solo after The Last Jedi. Because I, in my opinion, Solo wasn't that bad. I really liked Solo, and I feel like that people were just so like, this sucks after The Last Jedi that they were like, I'm not even gonna watch Solo. So that's like no one's even watching Skeleton Crew because of how bad the Acolyte was. So.
You know, and another thing with these types of shows that have a lot of like graphic stuff going on. Oh, spoiler! I never saw that.
Come on.
Come on, man.
No, she dies in the Matrix.
Yeah.
But the frames in some of these shows too, they make it look like a commercial.
Yeah.
Like there was it Mandalorian or was it the Boba Fett show? I mean, it looked like an episode of Power Rangers, like running
That
around
was
in the
Boba
park
Fett. Yeah.
in
When they were
costumes.
on
That's
the-
exactly what it looked like to me.
And like, to me, like that whole scene was so bad because it wasn't Star Wars. Like they're on Tatooine, which is this gnarly backwater planet, and they're on these really nice, colorful, excite bike looking things, like, and they're going like 10 miles an hour on the
Yeah.
chase scene.
It looks so bad.
like, yeah, it was
This
just,
looks more like Star Wars than the show.
it really does. Yeah, it looks like it's Coruscant or something like
They
that.
need to
with
use like
some-
filters or something. Like bring
Yeah.
like less frames or like put some like
Dude.
too much contrast. I don't know. It's something that makes everything look super fake. I'm not talking
That-
about the soap opera effect. Either.
No,
I'm
no,
talking,
I
it's
get it.
just like a.
Is it the color washing, perhaps?
It could be the color washing.
Like
the
we saw in the
clear-
Superman trailer.
That's what I was gonna bring up, Prime. Like, did y'all like the way the Superman trailer looked?
Overall,
Uh,
yes. Just the color was like a little off.
it
and
Is
looks
it
certain
because you like the
Superman.
grunge, or
No, just like the whole hue of it. Like it just, there were certain scenes, and I was critical on it, where like the stand-ins in the background were like, ah! Like it looked something taken straight from the CW. I'm like, I've seen that before on the CW.
Yes.
This is a film.
see, for me, I mean, I thought it. See, here's the thing, man. About it's like let's see if I can find it. this scene right here
Oh, that was awesome.
when they're in the like it's like this scene right here.
Yeah,
You're talking about
that look,
that one right here.
yeah, that like is sort of a CW-ish.
You
I
know,
think that's the problem. It needs to be a little grainy at some points, I think, or a little like it because it almost looks too perfect.
Yeah, too
Yeah.
perfect. I
That
don't know.
remi-
That's my
that guy
observation.
when that guy threw the rock at his head, it reminded me of like the old Superman movies where they were shooting at him and the bullets are just bouncing off his chest, and then
Yeah.
somebody throws a gun at him and he dodges it. Like what the
I didn't think about that.
yeah,
That's funny.
Me and my dad used to make fun of that all the time.
yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. I kind of like it. I liked it.
I mean, I'm very excited to see more. Just it was certain scenes that, like you said, too perfect. I'm like, that just seemed off.
yeah,
But maybe also it could be because the last Superman films were intentionally a little darker.
yeah.
I mean, we'll see though.
I definitely think it's the Snyder effect, right? You're used to the Snyder effect,
Yeah, it could
which
be.
is like a grainy, dark, like feel to it, right? Because which I think works for Batman, right? But for Superman, it needs to be clear, bright colors, light. You know,
Does it have to be?
I'm not talking about like it's like the
Theme.
way it's shot.
Yeah, the quality of the film,
Yeah, it doesn't need to be like dark and grainy to set the tone as the movie dark.
oh, dude,
It's more of like a to hide the to make it look a little
I
bit
get what you're
imperfect.
saying. I wonder if they shot it at a higher frame rate because
That's what I was saying with the TV shows. That's my biggest beef with the TV shows because it's lower when you're doing something lower budget, but because TV shows are normally lower budget than movies, right?
that's what I'm talking about.
Per episode or whatever.
In film, it's like you'll shoot in 24 frames a second because it's gonna make it look better.
Exactly.
But when you shoot at a higher frame rate, like if you shoot at 60 frames per second, it's gonna give this really almost like perfected look. And so
That
I
could be what
wonder,
it is. It's shot in high def, and we're not used to seeing that so much.
yeah, because most films are shot in like I think 24 frames a second.
Yeah, it's 24
or lower. And so I mean that's why most like my camera I have up here, I can shoot in 24, 30, or 60 or 120. I think it can go up to 100, 244 as well for slow motion stuff. But like, I think that maybe you're onto that. Then that might explain it. Like maybe
That's
it
what I was trying to
shot
say the whole time, Mule.
Well, I didn't know. Like I was trying to understand your technicalities here.
No, it needs to be lighter. It's Hulk and it's Superman.
Aaron.
Dude, I
He's
didn't
the
know
light,
what you
he's
meant.
the
You
Hulk.
meant like the way it was filmed, the production of that. Yeah.
Yeah, not the tone that they're trying to set. I don't. That doesn't.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay.
Mule's
That
back.
I can see.
It doesn't look bad though.
No.
Yeah, it looks pretty good, man. I'm excited for it. I hope they don't like push into too much of the love story. I hope it's more about like Superman saving the world rather than him and Lois.
I heard that the actor, was it the actor? No, James Gunn didn't want the oversized super trunks to be on there, but the actor was like, please keep them on there for the
was like 6'4" as well, right? He was like 6'4" or something like that. Yeah.
I like the Lex Luthor. He looks a little bit very young Luthor, but then again, Superman's also a young Superman. So
yeah. So it's gonna be interesting, man. And like I don't know. I'm excited for it. I'm hopeful for it. So.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Hey, so how about that Marvel Rivals?
Game sucks, man. Pure garbage. I'm surprised it's even selling anything. Oh, never mind. That's Overwatch 2. Nate! Mordor 1.
Yep. See, Nate now is he yeah.
I was just Rivals. I was like, exit.
He's like, leave chat. I'm out. See you guys.
Anything I say is gonna be BS because I haven't touched it yet.
Yeah. Here's the thing, man. What is it? Someone in chat who was it? Was it in Discord or one of the live streams said that they thought it looked like a mobile game, which that's what I originally said when I saw it the first time.
I could see that.
It looked like a mobile game with lots of microtransactions.
You know what? I bet I could see it going on mobile, especially with how successful it is.
Maybe
How
like
would
on
you play it
Switch.
successfully on mobile though?
I mean, there's Fortnite's on mobile, and people are killer at that.
I
Kids don't
mean,
even know
that's a fair
how to use
point.
a controller, but they'll whoop my booty on some Fortnite or something.
Heavy aim assist, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah,
But I get your point. When I first saw it too, I was like, oh, it's an Overwatch skin clone.
yeah.
It's going to be heavy microtransactions because Marvel Snap was. Granted, Marvel Snap did an okay job of like making it not stupid like Destiny. But what happened after that? Word got around. We found out we were wrong. It's actually launched well, played well. Holy crap. And the next thing you know, we're addicted to it.
Dude, it's been so good. I mean, even Nate downloaded it
onto my external hard drive, so I can't play it yet.
You gotta download it to SSD, man. It's not gonna work.
I know.
Yeah,
I just did it so it's faster to move it than it is to download it.
Smart. Yeah.
So I was like, let me finish this Indiana Jones, and then I'll probably move it over.
Right.
I need to finish that too. I haven't finished it, but
I haven't started it.
So Tatted says, real question, not trolling. How long until this game dies out? Every new game doesn't seem to last.
Who knows?
Depends how long.
But I will say that based on Overwatch, and then compared to Overwatch, and also Marvel having literally an endless supply of characters and stories they can pull from, I would say if they keep it up, they have a longer life than the first Overwatch, because the first Overwatch lasted quite a long time before Overwatch 2 came out.
I think they have a lot of characters they could pull from, but you're gonna get really into like deep cuts and stuff where people are like, "Who the hell is that?" And
Possibly.
I think Overwatch, I mean, that was barely talked about from my timeline. So I think Overwatch was already on a decline. I mean, people loved the first one, and I haven't heard anything about part 2.
I haven't either. They said it's kind of flopped, but me and Mule played the first one big time with some of the guys in our Discord now, and some that aren't around anymore, and other people in the community, like a lot back in the day.
Yeah.
I only played 1 or 2 characters because I was never good at it, and the characters were limited. Well, Marvel Rivals starts out with 37 characters, and I've played over half of them and really like about 5 to 10 of them. Like, I was not expecting that at all. I was like, yeah, I'll be a healer. I'll hang in the background. I hang out with the boys and play. Oh, no. I freaking love the game.
I think it just depends, right? I mean, it's still new.
Yeah.
Technically. I mean, we'll see how long their anti-cheat can go for.
It's almost topped Counter-Strike 2 right now.
Don't choose.
That's just on Steam.
That's right now.
Yeah. Which is prime gaming time, right?
What about
Friday
that
night?
you put up earlier? It was like in 5th place. So we're gonna.
That was in the middle of the day. Yeah, when everybody's at work, now everyone's off work.
But you gotta remember, Counter-Strike is a PC only game too.
Yeah, but this is only Steam though, so this is a fair comparison. It's just Steam numbers.
Yeah.
So in their first season 0, they made $136 million across the board for launch success.
$136 million.
Well,
Holy!
I guess how much an
crap.
Xbox? Not even 3.
Well, okay. If you double these numbers, if everybody puts in $2, you already got $1 million, right?
Wow.
If it's just Steam players.
So
you got Xbox. You got. I don't think it's on Epic, right? So it's just probably Steam, PC. I mean, Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation.
Yep, that's the 3. It's like PC, Xbox, PlayStation, basically,
and it's free to play. So,
dude,
if this is $500,000 on Steam right now, and everybody bought a battle pass, I mean, that's not that hard.
And that was a $5 battle pass. Now the full one come out for $10, which you can earn half of that back, whether you choose to, however you choose to use the currency is up to you, but you can earn it back. So they give you a chance to like incentive to keep it going, and the skins are very, very nice skins. I've almost been tempted to buy it, and I never buy
Yes.
skins in a game. Well, I
Same.
take that back. Fortnite I did because Venom and Ghost Rider were there. But
Well, Fortnite's a home run, right? We can call that
Yeah.
safe for the most
Yeah,
part.
that's safe.
Fortnite
Yeah.
is like
that's
safe.
going to be around for a long time.
So
But
I think a lot of
proven
people feel
success.
more comfortable.
I think as we're doing this, Marvel is moving into the number 1 spot because it has 663,000 people
Yeah.
playing it right now.
But to my point, I mean, I've followed comics since like the early 90s.
Yeah.
And they're doing this game in a sense where they're not sticking to any particular timeline because everyone's from their own different dimension, which opens it up for, there's some characters have like, 50 different variants, 50 different stories. Some characters have like 1 or 2,
Yeah.
and they can pull one character and then like say 2 to 10 skins for it. The X-Men universe has like over 100 characters itself. The Avengers, you have multiple different little comic stories so you can totally pull from. Like you said, Nate, some of them will be like, who is this? I have no idea what they are.
Yeah.
I don't think all that's going to matter so much because they dumped a lot of the high name characters now to cause interest. People are going to like it. And then they'll introduce some of the no name characters, feature characters as far as popularity. But they're going to have hopefully a certain play set that people are going to like. And it'll be like Overwatch. We're playing someone we have no idea who they are, but they're fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a recipe for long-term success. If
They're
they do
making
it,
so
I
much
don't know.
money too.
Oh,
I mean,
dude,
think
they
about
do.
when it comes on this,
Mustaches.
the Switch, right?
Yeah, the
Think about
Switch too.
when it comes on the Switch. It's
Think about
it's gonna go the Switch. You know it is.
We can almost guarantee though that at some point they're going to do something stupid, like a lot of these companies do.
There's a chance of that for sure.
You mean like not having like ladies' butt cheeks hang out of skins?
What? No,
Have
I'm
you
all
not
for
seen the
that.
skin?
I'm all for that, but I mean, as
I was gonna say,
long
have
as
you
they don't
not
look
seen
like
that
as long
skin?
as they don't look like the people from Concord. That's
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
That was bad.
Like a
those are-
box.
we don't want to see
basically.
those cheeks.
Yeah. Don't want to see those. Yeah.
Well, because like Aaron said, I mean, it depends how content creators play it too.
Yeah.
And I honestly, it's like it's hard to say with free to play games, right? Because people play free to play games. I mean, Fortnite came, Rocket League, whatever, that's got its dedicated like me. But like Fortnite, people go back to that stuff. People dump a lot of money into those things and go back to it because they're like, all right, I feel like shooting people again instead of, wrist ejaculating. I mean, spider webbing people. So it just depends if people can stay engaged.
Yeah.
If the gameplay, I mean, maybe they got to change gameplay sometimes a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe add different modes. I don't know how many different modes there are in it.
They've already added 2 new modes and 2 new maps. And that's like on their first big update.
There was also a leak. There was a leak that there's going to be a PvE mode. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Which has caused a lot of conversation.
Yeah.
Some like the idea, some hate the idea. I don't know.
See, already dividing them.
I think maybe they're testing the waters. Like, how will people receive this? Should we even entertain it?
Testing those stupid waters that Jeff swims in when there's no water.
Jeff.
This is
God,
for
that's
you,
so
Nate.
triggering.
This is the malice skin. He says you'll buy it.
Zoom in.
Enhance.
He turned off his camera. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh,
you guy, you.
Yeah.
No,
but it's based off a comic, so it's
it's an accurate representation of that character.
Yeah, I mean, here's the skin for you guys that want to know what it's referencing right there. It's right there.
It's like the evil version of.
She needs to manscape.
Yeah.
So like, I just want Blade, and I said if Blade comes,
Yes, this
He's
season,
coming.
probably.
that's the only Marvel character I care about, really.
Yeah.
It's
Deadpool.
Tony Stark.
I can imagine
Deadpool's okay,
That's gonna.
but
It's gonna be
Deadpool's, like,
funny. Be funny.
it's gonna be funny, but
Yeah.
I'd rather hear like some other want to ice skate uphill or something. You know, I want to hear Blade.
Yeah.
Deadpool is
Yeah.
just like it's almost too fourth wally, but it would fit great with the game.
Right.
But
Yeah.
it's like
Cable
Deadpool's like the
and the
Jim
X-Men would be good.
Carrey, right? Deadpool's like the Jim Carrey, and
Yeah, I can see
you
that.
know, and I'm trying to think of somebody else that's a little more serious, funny. Kind of like
Oh,
Wolverine is. Wolverine
yeah.
isn't. That's why they were the perfect dynamic, and that's what kind of
Yeah.
Blade's kind of like a Wolverine to me.
I like
Yeah.
it. I like it.
Yeah, this is an interesting question. At what point does Disney Plus this thing? I think they've tried already.
Oh,
Honestly,
what do you mean they
Like-
tried?
like with the whole multiverse that they're going to go into with the Doctor Doom and all that stuff, and Loki, and like they're kind of trying to get that way. But I think that some of the stories that they've tried to tell in Marvel are such B-level characters that people don't care. People care about like Loki, Thor, Iron Man.
Academy in general
like-
or this specific game? I thought he
Like
meant
I think like Disney Plus the game into movies, like type of things, or TV shows.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What is Disney Plus this thing?
Oh, someone made a good comment point today. They were talking about on YouTube, and it's like, you know, how long can Rivals last? And they're talking about an article that said there's too many characters already. Well,
Oh yeah.
who didn't enjoy Marvel versus Capcom 1 and 2? Those things
were
had
cool.
a plethora of playable characters, and those things are still coveted today. So I'm like,
They just
This-
got re-released too.
yeah. So this vast roster is not a downside at all. And to think they barely even tapped the surface,
Well, it's the
it's gonna
same
get
thing that,
wild.
that you said, Prime. It's like you started playing it and you're like, all right, I'll try this character, and you're like, dang, this character's fun. Like you guys told me to play Squirrel Girl, and I was like, man, I don't want to play her. And I
I
played her, and I was
haven't
like,
heard you
holy
laugh that much
crap,
in a long time.
dude. She was awesome, man.
But do they burn out the popular characters for like the casual fan base?
And it
Do
hasn't
they
been
burn
for
that out too
me.
fast? Because
I
they
don't
feel
think
like they
so.
already got the main guys, then they're bringing Fantastic Four, and then this season's gonna be Blade, right?
Well, because here's the thing, man. They just had 2 new characters release, and what I'm finding is people are just sticking with the characters they like to play.
Yeah.
Like I kind of noticed that. Like,
I think each character set they drop is going to have a niche following, and people that take the game very seriously are kind of going to stick to those they know and play
yeah,
around.
like the
But-
meta or whatever. Yeah.
yeah, the meta. Because some people are like, I want to play that fun, and there's the other group which is pretty large. I want to play the win. So you get a mixed bag. Competitive, I'm pretty sure they're going to stick to mostly meta. There's off cases every once in a while where someone goes to Diamond Grandmaster on a character that no one plays because that's just what they do. But
Yeah.
the meta will probably shift every season too.
I mean, it's kind of lucked out, you know, with the licensing, because you got a hero shooter with heroes that people know, and it's like, okay, Marvel,
And villains.
boom, yeah,
And villains. Yep.
villains are heroes.
I think maybe,
Deep
one
down.
thing I will say is what led to this success probably was the movies that came before it. Like,
Oh yeah,
like all
Yeah.
the way up to Infinity War, right? Or the Endgame, sorry. I think all those movies that were really successful, like people that grew up watching those, that's kind of like their Star Wars, right? For us, that was the original Star Wars. That's kind of like their Star Wars. And I think they're like, oh, I get to play a video game of these movies that I love. Heck yeah, man, let's go play, And like
then you have
they're
the
at a
old
point
schoolers
now.
who are on comics are like, oh my god, this is
Yeah.
amazing.
You got guys like us that grew up on the comics, and you're like, oh my god, I can't wait,
Yeah.
And so it's like now those people that grew up with those movies are old enough to spend like real money because they're working now, like hopefully they are in their 20s. And so it's like, like this is gonna make so much stinking money, man. It's gonna make so much money. How much did you say Prime again? Was it?
It was estimated 136 million in the first unofficial season.
Jeez. 136 million.
across all 3 platforms.
I wonder how much it cost them to develop the game.
I don't know.
When does
That's
Howard the Duck get in there?
Oh,
That would be hilarious.
see, I love all these ideas, man. The whole
Dude, that,
cosmic universe.
that would be hilarious.
You fit
I
right in
think-
with this swimming dog.
I think they're following the Fortnite formula too, man. They're gonna have story-driven seasons.
You know,
That's what it feels like. Because when have you guys looked at the comics? Like when you open up the game, there's comics that tell the story that you're going through. So I think they're going to go through it like it's a comic book series.
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah. So they'll totally be able to just completely like, oh, guess what? This wipes off everything that happened before. We're starting over with this. And who knows? You might lose characters because of that. So it's
That's
like,
what I was saying.
Yeah.
like, I think if they do it like kind of like Fortnite, it could be really cool because if they follow that, like the Dracula's the big one for this one, right? So that's why you got
Mhm.
Blade and stuff. What if they eventually go like, was it the House of M? And you get all these X-Men come in, and then eventually everyone's dead but X-Men, or something like that. Like I don't know.
Well, in that one, it killed off like
Everyone's dead.
90% of
but-
the mutants. No
Yeah.
more mutants.
Yeah.
Here's a fun fact for you, though. The upcoming Doom series is based upon a comic where all the multiverses collide together into one world. Doom controls it, and he has everyone battling against each other, all the ones that remain. So that's
That
what's coming
Makes
up.
sense.
And that story and where they're going reminds me of this game. All these different heroes and villains from multiple universes are on this plane, however they describe it in the game, battling each other. So like, is this going to tie into the future movie somehow?
Maybe.
Or just, I don't know.
I mean, it could. It would make
could.
sense if it
And
did
Doom's
because
behind it all, and Doom's behind this one too.
that's what Halo really screwed up on. Is they should have freaking did stuff when the Halo series came out on, what was it? Whatever TV that's now
Paramount
canceled. Paramount Plus. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's now canceled. But
How long-
It's like
could have been so good.
How long can you see yourself no-lifing it, Mule? I know Thad will eventually go back to Stalker 2.
I need to finish it.
And he needs to go back to Indiana Jones. How long until something pulls you away, do you think?
I don't know because I need a good shooter, and for me, COD isn't it anymore. You know, and I don't play Fortnite. I play it occasionally with my kids, but it's like Fortnite's kind of like that one-hit wonder that you revisit, that you know, that music you listen to when you're like 10 years old and they're like, oh, this was great. And you go and listen to it and you're like, yeah, okay, I'm done. You know, it's like a one shot and you're done. Like for me. So I think with this, knowing how much I love Overwatch and how much I played that, like, God, I played the crap out of that. I think I will stick with this for quite a while.
Well,
Like, I think
what I've done is whenever I get real frustrated with comp, instead of going back to quick play, I'll just log off and put a couple hours into Stalker.
Yep.
Just switch a few settings and I'm back into it. I'm like, okay, I don't have to compete, think, I just do the thing.
go to quick play and have fun. Yeah.
But to your point, how long I'll be playing it, like primarily, man, if they
He's got the bug.
if they keep what they're doing and so many of our people are playing it, I mean, I don't see why most nights that I log on, I'm not playing. I see that being the case.
Yeah, it's
Because
I
I've
mean,
played
we
with some
even-
guys here in our chat in our Discord that I've never played with before, ever, on any game, because I usually don't do much multiplayer stuff. This game has brought me back into it.
yeah. Joel's playing, Nate's gonna play, you're playing, Frey's playing, Underdog's playing. We even had IP said he downloaded it. Like,
Downloading is a totally different story because I have it downloaded too, and I haven't even was like tried it. I'm like, nah.
So you're gonna play with us tonight? Is what you're saying?
Maybe it's gonna take a whole 10 minutes to move it.
Mm.
Actually, I don't know how big it is, so
Yeah.
pause for people that
Jill's like, where are we dropping, boys? Oh wait, wrong game. Yeah. I don't know, man, but I think yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, actually, where are we dropping in, boys? I actually played Fortnite on stream the other day with the ballistic mode, and I was like, yo, this is fun. This is like
So,
Counter-Strike
what's
on
that all about?
Wish.com. It's Counter-Strike. It's Wish.com Counter-Strike.
Yeah, I watched it. Like I watched Ninja and Tim and others play it, and they're like, "Oh, this is cool," and then they're like, "Oh, no, thanks,"
Don't watch them.
because it was
They
like it
already
looked
have
like
enough
to me like
viewers.
Valorant.
Watch
It
real
looked
people.
like a dumbed down Valorant is what it looked like to me.
No, Valorant is another hero shooter.
Yeah, that's kind of what Fortnite is. It's like a hero.
It's not a hero shooter at all.
Well, it's a first person, third person shooter, but still,
It's a Counter-Strike.
yeah, but it still looked crappy. Like I was just like, because I was kind of excited to try it, and I was like, yeah, I might try this.
Well, you
Kinda
wanted
like
it to be more like a COD,
yeah.
But it's literally a Counter-Strike, and it's cool until your team leaves you. But if you got
Yeah.
me, I 1v4'd and went 25-4 on a match, and I was like, all right.
I guess that's it, right? You're
But it's just
okay.
it's pretty much search and destroy with COD.
Yeah,
And it's like Counter-Strike because you don't regain life. So if
yeah.
there's no life pickups. So if you got 1 HP, you got 1 HP.
1 HP. Yep.
Question for you guys. What is y'all's top 3? And Nate, you can go and answer too. Top 3 heroes / villains you would love to see in the game.
Rivals?
Yeah.
Oh,
Assuming you're going to play it, what would the top 3 heroes, villains, whatever in the whole Marvel universe you would love to see in the game?
that's DC. Jeez.
Don't bring that DC up in here.
I was about to say Zod because I always liked the way Emperor Zod looked, but I'm way off there. Well, okay, Blade, obviously, right?
Okay.
Wolverine's already there. I'm not the best person to ask because I only know like the
but still.
basic. Most of the people are there, but definitely Blade. Obviously, maybe Deadpool and Punisher's there. Those are probably my favorite
Okay.
Marvel characters because they actually kill people.
There you go. That all makes sense.
But what about you, Prime?
Ghost Rider.
Ooh, yeah.
Nightcrawler from X-Men.
Yes.
Teleports everywhere.
Yeah.
And Omega Red, Wolverine's nemesis, that has the tentacles out of his hands.
Yes.
Almost as strong as Wolverine. Yeah.
Yes.
Is that the one? Is that the girl one that was
That's
in like
Lady
Origins?
Deathstrike.
Okay, there you go. I
No,
know
that'd be a good one
Man.
too. There's a lot of adamantium heroes and villains in that Wolverine universe.
Yeah.
Oh.
Especially those type would be great to counter each other, right? Especially like Lady Deathstrike and Wolverine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of easier.
And
Colossus. Sorry, number 4.
that's
Colossus.
what I was gonna say, man.
Oh,
And
Juggernaut would be cool.
Juggernaut would be a good one. Colossus would be good.
But he has to say, I'm the Juggernaut.
Yeah.
Remember that video?
And then Tad had took my thunder there, but I was gonna say Sabretooth is a natural because Professor X is actually leaked that he could be coming.
Yeah.
So
Yes, that's how you do wheelchairs in games.
Yeah, I was gonna say yes. That's actually how you do it. Yeah.
That's someone a video I watched, Legendary Drop said, and we might actually have someone in a wheelchair in a game that makes sense.
That makes sense. Yeah. Dude, you gotta have Colossus in there though. Colossus would be a freaking awesome tank, dude. Like,
and he'd probably be like the Hulk. He'll revert back to his human self, survive a little bit.
Yeah.
But if they have the Hulk in there, the big version, they can have the Juggernaut.
Yeah, they can have the Juggernaut for sure.
But man, they got the Thing, they got
Deadpool.
the Hulk.
Give us Deadpool, give us freaking Sabretooth. I think that would be really cool, man. I'm trying to like reach back into my brain with some like really cool characters I'd like to see.
Dr. Octopus.
Doc Ock. Ooh, if you start getting into like the Spider-Man villains, you could have Rhino,
Green Goblin,
Rhino, like the reptile, like dude, you would have like Morph would be a good one where he could like his power is he morphs into any of the heroes on your team.
Beast,
dude. Craven,
Archangel, bro.
But with
Archangel, Apocalypse.
I guess
Yes.
I guess
Because there's
Beast is more of
references
a-
in the game where they talk about Apocalypse. Dude, that would be sick.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Carnage.
Carnage.
Dude, that'd be crazy.
Oh, because there's
was
already
trying to
Venom.
think
There's
of
got to be
Venoms.
Carnage.
Carnage was
Oh
cool. I
my
used to love that game.
Dude. Morbius. Yes.
Mhm. It's more
Mystique
of a
and she could be
job.
naked.
Mystique. That would be cool too. Because
Yeah.
they got Loki, Oh, dude. What if they bring in Odin?
That would be crazy.
Like old school
The all-
Odin.
The all fall there.
Like, you could have him like the younger, like Odin. That would be
Silver Surfer.
Miles Morales would be a good one. Silver Surfer. That would be another
He's not
good
part
one.
of the Fantastic Four,
Yeah. Yeah.
but he's not going to be in the with the Fantastic Four, or is it just the Fantastic Four?
It's just those four.
It's just the
Okay.
original four. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So, dude, there's some good ones that could be in there, man.
Ultron has
Ant-Man.
been leaked as well.
Ultron?
Yeah, season 2. He's gonna be a healer. He has healing
What if the
drones.
Watcher is going to be part of this too?
That'd be
And
more
he's
like
watching
a story
Doom.
part.
Like he's in the story, but not actually a playable character.
Possible.
Yeah. When does Doom show up? I don't know.
Ant-Man. We
I don't
all
see how
are.
they could do Ant-Man. I can see how they could do Wasp though, where she could shrink
Wasp would be
down
cool.
and mobilize around, and then get back to normal size. But like
Yeah.
Ant-Man going giant, I don't know how that'd work.
Oh yeah,
mean-
Dr. Crank. We mentioned that one too. Ghost Rider.
Yes.
Dude, there's so many good ones, man. that
Stare
would-
into my eyes.
Yes, like there's so now that I think about it, I'm like, wow, there's a lot of really good ones they could do
Mm-hmm.
because it's Marvel. So Marvel has so much, like
So
Spider,
much,
like
but
so much with
people
Spider-Man.
know so much.
I think there's enough people that like Prime was saying, like the comic book readers, the people from the movies, like the casuals, and then people who are just playing it because it's a hero shooter to really bring that in.
Yeah. Speaking
Emma
of the
Frost
movies,
is linked,
Yep.
leaked as well. Walk.
and also Jean Grey and Phoenix, they're
Yep.
coming. Yep, walk up. Yeah. So speaking of the movies, the bearded version of Captain America is coming as a skin
Ooh, yes, like
Mhm.
from Infinity
Uh,
War.
in game. Yeah.
That I like
Yep.
that.
Yep. Bearded's the
Dang,
best.
dude. Now I'm like,
I mean, you still got like, what is it? You got the people that aren't there, like Nick
Daredevil.
Fury.
And
Nobody cares about them.
Daredevil and what's her name?
Nick and Mystique.
um,
The ninja
Jessica
lady. What's her
Jones?
name?
Was it Jessica Jones? Wasn't
Jessica
that a-
Jones and
what about
Luke
what if we
Cage.
get Falcon?
Luke Cage would be good.
Falcon. Oh, dude, if Ghost Rider's enemy Blackheart was in the game, dude, that would be, dude. So there's a comic that I loved when I was a kid that I got was Ghost Rider versus Blackheart, and Wolverine
had
was
that
in that comic, and it was so good because Wolverine went with them into hell to fight Blackheart because Wolverine could basically survive anything, right? So, but like, dude, that would be cool. Elektra, that would be cool.
Elektra. That's who I was thinking
Yeah.
about.
Gambit,
Cable.
of course, is a natural
Gambit.
one.
Cable's
Gambit
Marvel, right?
Cable would be good. Yeah.
would be good. Yes, that'd be a good
Oh
one.
man, so much.
X-23,
Mm-hmm.
Howard the Duck. We said that earlier. Oh, what about
Sunspot. Yes.
what about like Carol Danvers?
I mean, if the her comic version is actually not too dry, but
Yeah.
as a character, yeah. The Abomination was like a Hulk enemy.
Ooh,
on
that'd
the
be a
sides
good
of the
one.
Hulk. Yep.
So how do they approach this? Like, so if Blade
Luke
comes
Cage.
next season, right? Sorry,
No, you're good. Go
I
ahead.
said Luke Cage earlier. If Blade comes next season, is it gonna be behind a battle pass? Do they do that?
No, they don't. No,
Mm-mm.
yeah, they would just drop it in the roster. You never have to buy a character. The only thing
And the-
behind a paywall of any sort is skins, cosmetics.
And the battle pass is only $10. Like
That's every battle pass.
Yeah, some battle passes are more expensive though. They're like 20 or something like that, right?
I've only seen 10, and then you get like the battle pass within the battle pass with the battle pass, and yeah,
Ooh, dude, Hercules, Nova.
Yeah,
I'm
all
just
the
scrolling through a bunch
Olympic
of
gods are in it
characters.
too in Marvel.
Yeah,
Mephisto,
She-Hulk,
the Red Hulk. The Red Hulk and
dude,
the Red She-Hulk, which is Bruce
Vision.
Banner's Vision. Dude.
If Ultron's coming, you gotta have Vision.
Yeah.
I'm sure
You got to.
Vision's pretty popular.
Black Bolt.
I mean, Vision was in the arcades way back in the day
Black
too.
Bolt would be interesting.
I don't even know who that is.
He's one of the leaders of
Inhumans.
the Inhumans on the moon.
Apparently his voice can like wipe out half the moon. It's so powerful.
Is War Machine in there?
War Machine?
Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
that would be a good one.
He's not in there?
He's
No.
not in there now.
Mm-mm. Wow.
The Absorbing Man, you can do different type of elements.
Man, there's so many options, dude.
MODOK has been listed to come as well.
Namor's already in there. Namor's already in there.
Yeah.
Yep. Dude, golly, now I'm all excited. Great job. Great question, Prime. Man. I'm like, dude, I want to like.
I'm looking at the IMDb or Marvel Unlimited, and I'm still only in the A's, and there's like 80 pages.
Yeah, it's like endless for Marvel.
Yeah, but there's a lot of things which nobody cares about.
There's like many sub characters.
What is it? Fredzilla? I saw one, Fredzilla or something like that. I don't know who that is.
A lot of one-off characters too.
What if they brought in Thanos, Red Skull, Galactus,
Red Skull,
Sandman, Kingpin?
Now there's a reference to Kingpin in the game.
Kang the Conqueror, Bullseye. We already said Carnage, Sabretooth, Abomination,
the Blob,
Mysterio.
Ooh, that's a good Spidey villain.
That would be a good one.
Is Jubilee in there?
She's not, but she would be awesome.
That would be good. Now you want to play
Black Knight.
Aaron's like, I want to play until I turn it on. And I'm like, I hate this game. I hate people. I hate this game. I'm turning this off. Uninstalled.
What about what's the overlord for all the Venoms, all the symbiotes?
Null.
Yeah.
He's like a
Null
Thanos,
or whatever. Yeah.
He's like a Thanos level character.
Yeah. Like that would be really cool, man. Like I'm looking through this list and it's like there could be a lot of really good characters that they could bring to life.
I must say they at least probably have 100 by the time, end of next year.
Yeah, I mean, easily. Norman Osborn, we talked about that. Green Goblin, right? Yeah. Red Skull, Ultron, Dormammu. I don't think he could do that one.
Scorpion, Shocker from the Spider-Man universe.
Ooh, Electro.
Captain Britain.
There's so many people here. I have no idea.
Yeah, there's just so many. Shocker would be a good one.
Yep.
It's a Spider-Man villain.
Oh, okay.
Like he's
Shocker.
Jamie Foxx played
Iceman.
Yes.
And then Pyro, dude, that would be like, I didn't even think about that, man. Like, dude, it's literally endless. This game could be like forever.
I mean, they can always add characters, but it's got to be.
Oh yeah. I mean, Jeff the Shark is
right?
basically a brand new character that you made just for this game.
Yeah.
He has like 1 or 2 comic references before this. And I know you love him, so we don't want to talk about him so much.
Dude, Jeff is awesome.
I just hate it. It's such a triggering animation when he goes underwater. Like you couldn't just do like concrete instead of water. Make him look like a street shark with the dorsal fin sticking out of the concrete instead of adding some random wake from water.
Multiple man.
Hey, you want to see something, Nate, right now?
What?
Look what's number 1 on Steam charts right now.
Congratulations.
Marvel Rivals. This is your sign. Go download it. Go play it, man. It's over Counter-Strike 2.
That's my sign.
That's your sign.
It's gonna take over Counter-Strike for a couple days, and then Counter-Strike will be right back on top because it's the best game ever.
It just hit its all-time high peak right now.
Exactly.
600.
It took an all-time high peak to finally
This
top
is the first day of the first season.
it took an all-time peak to top over a 25-year-old game. Congratulations, rivals.
Look at him. All this salt over here, man. Jeez.
Somebody's butt hurt.
And it took a Marvel. It took Marvel to do it.
It would be a Marvel IP that does it.
Yeah.
What about if they brought in Shang-Chi?
Hey,
Watch your
that
butt.
would be
Like the
good.
10 rings and like,
If
dude,
you have the rings too, that would be sweet.
that would be really sweet, dude. Like that would be freaking rad.
Mm-hmm.
We're saying literally the podcast has just turned into a Marvel what if for us, man. We're just
Exactly.
like, but dude, that's when you know it's a good game because people are just sitting here speculating, and it's just like everybody just wants to go and like, oh, what if they did this? What if they did this? Like that whole idea we talked about while we were playing. Like, what if there's like combo supers they can eventually do, kind of like they have a little bit of like synergy if you have like Thor and Cap together, his shield is electrified, right?
Yeah.
What if in that when he casts his ultimate, he pulls Mjolnir to him, right? And then Thor gets the Dom, what is it called? Breaker. Is it
Stormbreaker.
Stormbreaker. There we go. I don't know why I said Dawn. But like if he brought that and that's his weapon that he uses for a moment, and then Cap just can like throw his shield and throw the hammer like he did against Thanos. Like how freaking cool would that be?
Actually made that scene in the movies, I would love to see it actually happen. And they know fans would explode if they could do it. That'd be amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. And then Nate brings up a good thing because Dr. Crank talked about in chat. He was talking about like they're two different games, but CS has a crazy cheater problem. And Nate, you're saying just give it time.
Yeah, they'll be cheaters. We know this. Free to play. You ban somebody, they get a VPN, they come back and they do it again on a new account. And you come back. That's the problem with free to play.
Yeah.
Anti-cheat is just hard.
You know what I thought about? If they're going to do a PvE mode, there is certain people we've talked about that are so overpowered they would not fit the game. What if your squad fights against that person, like a Thanos?
Yeah, like a Thanos or Apocalypse or
you team up to beat them. You got to stay alive for a certain period of time. Some event happens. Just a thought.
Yep. Oh, dude, Dr. Crank, that's a good call.
Hell, boy, hell yeah! I could that would be awesome.
That would be rad.
And the voice lines as well.
And he could have a gun like Winter Soldier and like have his fists as well. Like,
yeah,
dude,
I like it. I
didn't even know Hellboy was Marvel.
It's like Howard the Duck is Marvel. Like
I knew that one because that would
what isn't Marvel
way back.
Yeah. You could have the talking dog, the Russian dog from Guardians of the Galaxy 3. You could have that in there.
Cosmo.
Yep. Yeah, it'd be fun, man.
I didn't know that.
So here's the thing. We want to hear from you guys that are listening to this podcast in the audio or you're watching it here live with this. Let us know what you think about Marvel. Go try it out. Let us know what you think. You know, if you think it's a one-hit wonder, if you think it'll kind of die out, what you think is going to happen. Because I want to hear what you think. What do you predict? What's your predictions for the game? We'll go with, Prime, and then we'll go with Nate. And then just want to hear what you guys think.
Predictions for what?
Just what do you think is going to happen with this game? You think it's going to fizzle out? What do you think is going to happen?
I think Jeff is going to be the number one character all around. And I think it's going to have a longevity of a game.
Yeah.
It's going to be around for a long time. Maybe not as long as Fortnite, but if they do it right, they could make it happen that long.
Yeah.
The formula is there.
Yeah. Nate, what do you think, man?
Yeah.
I mean, gotta green screen this thing up, so I'm not technically doing. I don't, it's hard to tell, right? Because I don't play with hero shooters too much. So, Overwatch has lasted a long time, and that's without any of these licensed, goofy, hokey dokey things. I think it has staying power. For how long? Like, Is that player count going to stay like that? No, definitely not. I doubt that. But I think people return back to their games that they love, and they jump in when Mule's like, "Hey, Prime," and it's that type of situation. Because I think it's different crowds, right? So it feels like everybody's trying this, but people are going to get the itch to actually shoot a gun instead of, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I think it has staying power, and the hardcore will stay. It'll have its base, and I think I was reading to retain 90% of launch to end season 0 is good though. What's been in like a month, right? For season 0, month and a half.
I don't know how long it's been. I got in like halfway through.
So
At least a month.
And it all depends on how these other games keep dropping the ball too.
Yeah.
So people are gonna, play with it and see if they like it, and if it stays, it stays.
Yeah.
People will return back to what they like though.
It's true. And we have,
and
games coming out this year, next year too. So,
yeah.
there'll be definite fluctuations.
And Hero, just to your point, it's even higher now. It's like 639,000 right now on Steam, just on Steam. So, but I think I think it's going to have staying power, because I think they're going to take the Fortnite route. The way they're going to do the storytelling. There's going to be a competitive scene. We've already seen the viewership from Twitch completely shift from Overwatch all the way over to Marvel Rivals. I mean, there was like 6K. It's like maybe 6K at one point watching Overwatch, and the only thing that was higher on Twitch streaming than Rivals was Let's Chat, or just
viewers?
chatting. Yeah.
So, yeah, but viewers aren't playing.
No,
for the most part.
Here's the layers though with that, is that Steam, you have 639,000 concurrent players right now.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think the popularity of Marvel, the fact that they're pushing out updates, the fact that there's not a big cheater problem yet. I think there's a competitive scene. I think this has a lot of potential to be a very long-standing game. It should last at least as long as Overwatch, if not longer. And it is really fun to watch. It is really fun to watch. There's a lot of chaos, but it is really fun to watch.
It creates a lot of reactions and content.
When did Overwatch 1 come out? That came out in 2010, right? Or something like that. Or was it 2000?
I have to Google it.
12? I mean, that's a long time for a game.
2016.
That makes sense.
Okay, so it came out
May 24th, 2016.
Okay, so they're on number 2, and they've taken it's nosedive since part 2 came out.
Yeah. Yeah, part 2 was terrible.
Yeah, it didn't go anywhere.
Because they didn't have a PvE or anything. Because that's what the first one had, right?
I think it's because everyone was like, "Why didn't you just update Overwatch? This feels like just like an update, and you're making people pay for it." So it's like people were like, "Ah,
yeah,
yeah." But, anyways, any closing thoughts, fellas, before we move on and do some gaming tonight?
Rival sucks.
I'm Jeff.
I'm just kidding. I'm
Jeff. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is going to be fun, man. I can't wait. And then for you guys that are watching us on YouTube, or if you're watching us on Twitch, we are going to end the podcast, but we're going to probably stream a little bit of Marvel after this with the bros after. So, but yeah, we're hoping to get back into the podcast now that kind of the holiday season is over. I got a few basketball games on the weekend, so it may be a little hit and miss, but we're hoping to get these back going and get all the bros jumping in to chat about stuff and something that's not Marvel Rivals, so that Nate doesn't go crazy. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yep.
All right, fellas. Thanks for watching us and hanging out with us. And remember, when in doubt,
Blow it up.
Blow it up.
Like
blow it up, baby.
California. I mean, what?